Calorie deficit or no calorie deficit, you may struggle to lose weight if you're struggling with metabolic adaptation. Welcome back, Weight Warriors. If you're someone who's on a fat loss journey like I am, or you're planning to start one, you're in the right place. I'm Mike. I'm a fat guy trying not to be fat anymore by making lifestyle changes. I want to start this off by asking you a question. Why is it, if this is just math, the second law of thermodynamics, and you're in a calorie deficit, why is it that the scale moves a lot some days, a little bit other days, and not at all most days it feels like? Well, you might be experiencing metabolic adaptation. And in this video, we're going to explain what that is and how you can overcome it for sustainable weight loss. First things first, what is metabolic adaptation? Well, it's the process when you're trying to lose weight, when your body is trying to really outsmart you and say, if you're cutting my calories, then I'm going to be more efficient on the food that you give me. So it slows down your metabolism to save that energy, save that fat for later. Your metabolism is the process by which your body turns the food that you eat into energy. When your metabolism slows down, your body burns fewer calories than it used to, which makes it harder for you to lose weight. It's kind of like your body is trying to hold on to those fat stores just in case there's not enough food available next time. So why should you care about metabolic adaptation? Well, again, if you're on a fat loss journey, it could feel like you're hitting this massive brick wall and doing everything right, when the truth is your body is just adapting to that cutting of calories. You might start off by losing weight in a calorie cut or in a calorie deficit when you're doing your diet, but eventually your body does catch up and say,
hey, hold on a minute, you're not giving me enough food here.
So your metabolism will again try to make your body be more efficient, I guess you could say, which makes it, again, harder for you to lose weight. And when you finally do decide that you're going to eat more and eat, I guess you could say, normally in maintenance, it's going to be harder for you not to gain back even more weight because your body's getting used to operating on that super low number of calories. That's not cool. But don't just take my word for it that metabolic adaptation is a real thing. There's actually quite a few studies out there. Probably the most popular one is around the Hadza Tribe. I believe it's spelled Hadza. Maybe it's Hadza. Anyway, this tribe of hunter-gatherers is really a traditional society where they have really adapted to operate off of a much lower calories, and they are being extremely active, yet their body has responded to a decreased calorie intake. On a more modern society, we don't really rely on hunter and gatherer type of activities, but we still adapt just like they did. And in this study, like I said, there's a lot of really good YouTube videos that go deep into the study. I'm not going to do that for here, but just know that, again, you know this to be true as well if you've been on a fat loss journey before, in that you, for some reason, seem to taper off. You lose a lot right at the beginning, and then you start to lose less and less. And as things go on, it's like you just keep cutting your calories lower and lower, when it's like if you're doing a calorie deficit for like 6 months, you are causing potentially causing serious damage to your metabolism with this metabolic adaptation. And again, metabolic adaptation is a normal thing that happens in our bodies, whether you're living in a jungle or a concrete jungle. It's the way we were designed. So now that we've covered metabolic adaptation, now the question remains is, what do we do about it? Well, to overcome metabolic adaptation and try to have more of a sustainable weight loss journey, there's a couple things you can take into account or try to implement in your life so it doesn't feel quite extreme. The first one is gradually increasing your calorie intake and exercising more at the end of your diet or at the end of your calorie deficit. This will hopefully help you not gain quite as much weight right after the fact of losing this weight. And this also is how some people yo-yo, is they'll diet until an event, and then the event will happen and they'll eat whatever they want, and then they'll shoot back up in weight. Kind of common. Done it myself. Another thing that you can do is don't cut your calories super low right at the beginning. Kind of gradually step down as you need to. So this really means that you don't need to starve yourself and do a bunch of crazy resistance training or high intensity interval training, cardio, things like that. Slowly implement these things into your diet. I know that we get really excited when we're starting a weight loss journey, and so we want to go really hard, but at least for me, I found that was not the most successful strategy. And so I would recommend that for you guys as well. Another little tip that I've been learning about myself just along this journey is doing more resistance training and building muscle actually increases, they say increases your metabolism, but really increases your BMR just by having more muscle on your frame. You have to burn more calories to keep that muscle, so your body just at rest has a higher threshold of daily calorie burn. Now, this isn't as significant as some YouTubers led me to believe, I would say. Just doing some research on it, the percentages are relatively low, but anything helps, right? I would say for me, it's been really all about finding balance and what's gonna work for me. I've been really prioritizing making this a sustainable weight loss journey. So patience, consistency, have been really the main strategies in this, and I think it will help you as well. But the truth is, metabolic adaptation can be a really tricky roadblock on your weight loss journey, but with the right strategies, it's not impossible to overcome this. So keep in mind the tips that we discussed today, and remember, sustainable weight loss is a marathon, not a sprint. It's about the journey, not the destination.